So we had a question I really like, which is, what would a fully healed sexual culture look like? Just a little question. How would that show up?
There are two things. First of all, I don't know. And second of all, I'm so not interested. And third of all, I think the moment somebody would have this answer, what is a fully healed sexually or sex coach? Who is he? Who is she? I'm like, if I would know this answer, I would just use the answer in order to compare myself and in order to see again where I'm insufficient. Did I get the question wrong?
Culture.
Huh?
What would a fully healed sexual culture look like?
Okay. I understood.
Done.
I understood coach.
Yeah.
And I think that's tricky just because to wrap that up, the moment that I have the sexually healed ideal in another person, I tend to get into the trap of comparing myself and that feeling, oh, I'm not healed enough. And that's just super important. So that's just to clarify why I'm said, oh, I wouldn't even want to know, because I would use it only for the bad, which is stress, sexual stress against myself, which is exactly what I want to unlearn. So a sexually fully healed culture is a culture that somehow doesn't need the word sex and doesn't need so much wording around concepts and comparison, etc. in the first place, because we are somehow never conditioned to live more in our head than in our body. And by me staying in my body during all those decades of my life, just because I'm a daughter of a sexually fully healed culture or fully ecstatic culture, it's like then I know exactly in any given situation what I want and what I do not want. And I'm wired for communicating that without so many layers of coaching and method, etc. So all of this complication and all of this, we need more better sex education. Yes, we need better sex education. But us nowadays, because we have to repair so much or clean up so much, that has got us into a confused place in the first place. So all of this confusion would somehow not really exist in this culture. And this culture knows about orgasmic waves of energy and ecstaticness on many, 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 many layers every day of every human life. So there is no like, if you want to be orgasmic, you need to have sex. If you want to be ecstatic, you need to have sex. No, you can have sex, you can roar, you can dance, you can breathe, you can touch, you can cook. Whatever you do, it somehow unleashes inner ecstaticness, because you are still this child that you have been born as. And that is somehow the path of unlearning, becoming this innocent, radiant, ecstatic nervous system again when it comes to sex and in all those other aspects of life. And the culture is deeply defined as something pretty regulated or ecstatic, the less it has put the friction between inner instincts and outer expectations into the individual being.